All right, I think we're straight.
Yep. We lie now.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, and double honors. Yeah, cool. And double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing His word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And there's a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. And again, as our custom, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, but as our custom is, Thursday live shows, man, do a little news update, which you have apostles who do, man, daily, weekly updates, elders, daily updates, man. But, as the Lord will have it, he gave me and this brother the opportunity to constantly and be consistent every Thursday, man. And it's good to follow along with what's going on in the story. And it's the best story a man could ever watch. When you watching a movie, you've been wanting to see. You don't want to get up. You use the bathroom before, right? You get your snacks before. You don't want nobody to hit your phone. You don't miss no parts. Well, the same thing with the law of prophecies, man. We at the end of the world. It's gonna happen one time and one time only. This is not gonna happen ever again. So that's why the scriptures tell us too. What to watch. It's a blessing to be here in these last time. Yahweh Shai said it. Blessed are our eyes. And now to go into this this news, what's some of the things that's been talked about lately? Which a lot of these things we already seen the apostles, elders, some brothers have already done lessons on them. But what's been in the news? You have these cyber attacks that's been talked about. It's hot in the presses right now. Which that could come in many ways. Whether you have Russia, China, or even America who do it themselves, but they blame it on Russia and China, so they could be justified in going to war, and making a move. You see, but it could happen in many ways to where they could breach, bank accounts, your social history, your credit cards, so on and so forth, right? Or they could just shut down the system, turn the lights out. But we in those times where the Lord about to bring those plagues, as it says, in Egypt as before. And that's one of the things that happened, that darkness. And we know that Esau here in the time to where when this happened, he gonna be forced to begin that new system. We know the Fed now coming July 1st. That's gonna begin July 1st, was gonna begin the infrastructure in order to set up this digital system. And things gonna move quick, which we have a guy right here kind of breaking it down. We'll just go into it however the spirit allow. But I'll give you, if you ain't got nothing, I'll get a quick precept.
Yeah, I want to say a few words here, brother. Also in the news, you have this Titanic submarine thing. They blasting all over social media, all over the news about these 5 Edomites, who went down to look at the Titanic and so on and so forth. And today, I believe today or yesterday, they ran out of oxygen. And now they have confirmed them to be dead. That's not news, man.
Right.
It's a bunch of distractions, okay? That's not real news. Real news is the U.S. approving chicken made from cultivated cells. That's news. That has been approved to be sold in grocery stores, all right? Basically lab-grown foods. That's real news, man. Real news is facial recognition cameras being set up at these convenience stores, man. Like in Portland, okay? In order to visit certain convenience stores in Portland, your face had to be scanned for the door to open. That's the same thing that goes on in China, man. Okay, under the Chinese Communist Party, with the face, so with the facial recognition, this is real, man. That's real news. Real news is the crops in the U.S. All right, like wheat, soybeans, and corn, are surging across the markets because of drought. Okay, and the war going on in Ukraine. It's serious out here, man. That's real news, all right? These cyber attacks, that's real news, okay? Don't be paying attention to that, BS, man. To hell with Esau, all right, going in a submarine, who cares?
Right.
You crackers are a bunch of daredevils, all right? And you knew that you had the chance to die, but you didn't care. That Edomite who read the contract out, he read it about dying. He said, "Well, sign me up." Okay.
That's the wisdom of Solomon 2 spirit,
Right.
that YOLO.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, you Edomites are done. Okay, you crackers are done. All right, go ahead, brother.
Kind of real quick, there's with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." That's Apostle Paul writing to the church. And again, he said, "Look, I don't have to write unto you." In other words, meaning what? I don't have to keep warning y'all to tell y'all what times we in, because the next verse go explain it. And that's the same thing as the brother Zainala was just saying. What Esau showing his news on CNN, Fox, right? On social media, Shade Room, Baller Alert, that's not real news, right? Who beefing on Blueface and what's his baby mamas?
Yeah.
No, that's not real news, man. And people be caught up in these celebrity lives. I guess it's crazy, bro. But that's not real news. Chris Paul, like he on the
Warriors. Yeah, he on
the Warriors now. That's not real news. Come on, man. The real news is in other words, the Lord prophecies. Reality. This is reality. What's really happening. And you're not gonna find it in this mainstream media. But it says right here, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come up as a thief in the night." In other words, we have to know what times we're in. That's why it's important to watch. Like it was told to Habakkuk, stand upon your watch and see what the Lord got to say and how the Lord speak by the events that take place on the earth. And it's about to be some serious events that's about to be brought to the earth, man. When it's saying Jacob's trouble, about Jacob's trouble, a time like never before, that's no joke. Nobody have ever seen that. Even these Americans, they have never been put in positions like they about to be put in. So, man, it's about to be some times. But I'm going to finish it. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction." And one of the peace and safety things, because look, it's going to have to be event. Lights go out maybe. Then Esau go come with the new system. That's going to be the peace and safety. Look, we got the way. And everybody going to be begging for it, man. But it says, "When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." I'll read this part. You got it. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief," man. But you got it, bro.
Right, yeah. The day should not take us over as a thief. Why? Because we're watching, as a brother mentioned, okay? Also in that chapter, Paul speaks about us being children of the light, all right, of the day. Because we have this truth, man. We have Yahushua. So we're not in darkness, man. We're watching. We're following prophecy, man. And it's all through wisdom, okay? So go ahead with the info that you got, brother.
So we'll go ahead and play this video right here. Now this from the Quack Brothers Freedom Files. And I wish I had that thing to put it up when it says for educational purposes only.
Yeah.
But this from the Quack Brothers Freedom Files. Now you see the title, it says "Breaking Cyberattacks Confirmed. CBDC coming?" with a question mark. And this was from 3 days ago. All right, so again, it's hot off the presses. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up and just let them speak. And just let me know if you got something. If you want to, make your point, got a precept, just let me know, bro.
Come on.
segment. We're going to talk about cyber pandemic stuff. So Sam, yeah. So this is breaking news, and this is coming surprisingly. It's a CNN exclusive. Wow. We don't really go to CNN for a lot of things because
fake news
for obvious reasons.
Fake news.
But this one, CNN, it's interesting, and I think there's a reason why they're covering.
And I got it sped up. Let me know if it's too fast. Y'all need me to slow it down.
The story, because otherwise they would have not covered the story for if it wasn't for this reason. And we'll get to that reason in just one sec. But last week was a nonstop. I mean, I would have to say a nonstop cyber attack week. Literally the entire week we've been getting nonstop cyber attacks. Now, here's what I mean by that. U.S. government agency have been attacked by what we now know as Eastern European cyber criminals. Same week, several universities, businesses, and large private organizations have also been hit with the cybersecurity attack. In fact, we personally felt that last week here in the Quack with those companies. We had one of our software programs go down, and the software happens to be from Germany. There was a German company who built the software, and that went down for several hours as a result of the cybersecurity attack. And it gets more interesting. On a separate occasion, and this is a separate attack, there's a suspected state-backed Chinese hackers reportedly broke into networks of hundreds of public and private sectors organizations globally. Nearly a third of them were government agencies, including foreign ministries, which is very interesting. So this is apparently from Mandiant, which is a cybersecurity firm. So it appears that there was a coordinated attack from those countries and entities that either despise the West.
So what they explaining right here is that it's been cyber attacks on certain, sectors of the government, right? And they're showing how easy it is just for these, Chinese, hacking, hackers, Russian hackers to hack the system.
Or have obviously some adversarial energy against the West. And I have news that this is just the beginning and that we're actually going to see more cybersecurity attacks in spurts. And then another interesting note that we've actually predicted this.
Yeah, that's right.
Many months ago, we came out here on the show and said, hey, listen, we anticipate a cybersecurity attack that will lead to a version of CBDCs. And here we are. We might be seeing that here today. So
and I think one of the points that we made and one of the points that we drove home, I don't know how many months ago, right? I know Nick's pulling it up right now. But, the morale and the parallel that we kind of described this with is, hey, in order to roll out the vaccine, in order to roll out the big pharma initiatives, you have to have a pandemic in order to be able to do that.
So there it is.
There it is right there.
So it was around, what was this, 4 months ago?
4 months ago. Yep.
And we predicted with my awesome dark blue suit there.
Wow. Look how different we used to look. We used to look so young.
You guys grew up and got tans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But anyhow, we predicted this, guys. 4 months ago, we said their CBDC is probably going to be on the back end of some kind of cybersecurity attack against the banking system. Now, what happened? Well, the cyber attack has targeted federal and state agencies here in the United States. Right now, 63 known and confirmed victims, plus an unspecified numbers of U.S. government agencies have been affected. One of them being the Department of Energy. Now, something to note here about Department of Energy. Remember a couple months ago, Department of Energy confirmed or may have or have released a report suggesting that COVID-19 did actually come from a Wuhan virus lab, right? The Department of Energy was the one. In order to roll out the Wuhan lab is significantly higher than they previously. Probably.
I want to pause it real quick, and I want to pull up this article. Because now, at one point, they're going into how things, certain, parts of the government's been getting hacked. Right now, this recently just happened. It's June 20th. Now, this was just in Louisiana, right? And it's been many other places. And so this is from Blacklisted News. It's from June 20th. The title says Louisiana is pushing digital ID, the personal data of all driver's license holders have just been breached. Now, when you think of a digital ID, you just think of, your address, your blood type, your picture, just so you show, to get into clubs, but you don't consider it being tied to bank accounts. But now they're talking about having a digital ID and not just having a digital ID as far as you ain't got to pull out the wallet no more, but now your bank account will be tied to it. And I kind of, pull that up on this next article and I, chime in whenever, bro. And we can go back to this video. And I'm gonna read a little bit of this real quick, just to go into what happened. And then I get how they're gonna try to tie it to the bank accounts. So this says the state of Louisiana has experienced an extensive data breach with 6 million public records being exposed.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
zoom in on.
Okay, come. Matter of fact, let me see. It says the breach was a part of a global attack on a third-party file transfer application, Move It. The breach is likely to raise further concerns as the state recently introduced a new law that is increasing the uptake of digital ID, a law that forces adult websites to check the age of all users, with many wanting it rolled out to all social media platforms. And that's something, because what we was talking about last week, how they want to have the social media police now to watch your social media score, to see how you living. If you standing on there showing too much jewelry and money, your score go down. You go get you can't post for a week or however it's gonna go. But now all these things are being linked together just to show everything is connected. The infrastructure is being built. All is going to lead up to that digital grant of rights being put into you. Now you're going to be a part of the Internet of Things, man. It says a law that forces adult websites to check the age of all users, with many wanting it rolled out to all social media platforms. The personal details of every license holder in the state has now been exposed in a breach. Over the past few years, Louisiana officials and their vendor, Invoke, has been working on the development and implementation of digital driver's license and wallet programs. These programs have included the storage of biometric information related to various licenses, including drivers and fishing. Now I'm going to just jump down and read this a little bit, and I'll go to the next one. It says, according to the reports, the Clop Ransom Group is behind the Louisiana breach. Although not specifically targeted at mobile driver's license, one can't ignore the gravity of stealing such sensitive data, especially in a state pushing digital ID. Now I'm gonna jump to this one just to show how they're trying to link them now. Now this on Blacklisted News as well from June 20th. It says a global. You got something?
No, go ahead.
And it says a global digital compact. The UN promoting censorship, social credit, and much more. So it says last month, the Office of the United Nations Secretary General published a policy document on aims for the future of the internet, a follow-up to 2021 report, Our Common Agenda. The new report's title says it all. And it's the title says a global digital compact. It says that's the goal, international legislation that will seek to control and enforce the use of digital technology. So again, they pushing these things, man. Nobody can no more put it off. You see Bishop Nate now, he talking, he talking about the digital dollar, but it ain't the C-Hub though. But just, it's the digital. They're going digital. Everybody going to eventually be forced to have to go this way until it's time they want to put something in you, man. That's when the separation will be made. But it says digital identities linked with, here it is, financial access. Is the echo? Let's see.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stop now. Hey, I just want to mention a few words about that our common agenda. For you brothers and sisters who've been tuning in to these lives for the past, a year and a half, almost 2 years. You've heard us mention about the common goal, this our common goal agenda thing, man. Now, brother, if you don't mind, could you switch the screen over to mine so that I can just show them what I'm talking about here? This is a video, okay, that you can check out personally, all right? But you have here the UN, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. We spoke about this last year, man. And I do remember speaking about it also in early January when we was heavy on the World Economic Forum, man. But they mentioned about the coming agenda, our common agenda goal. And if you go here to Google, you can type this in. As you can see, this is the UN's website, okay? The UN.org website. It says Department of Economic and Social Affairs, Sustainable Development. And here you have 17 goals that the UN wants to address and better. Now, you can go look at this up yourself, okay, because I won't take up too much time on this, but you can just see these are some of the things that they want to so-called fix in the world. And keep in mind, at the UN, you got, almost all the nations there, man. With one mind, one goal in mind to address the issues of the world. But you see, no poverty, 2, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water, affordable and clean energy, right? Which goes into the climate situation, decent work and economic growth, all right, going into finances. We know that they want to push digital currencies. It says industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduce inequalities. Number 11 says sustainable cities and communities, which goes into the 15-minute cities. And also in this lesson, I'm going to play a video from London, man, and how they are doing things in London now to pretty much set up the 15-minute cities, man, trying to attack this so-called climate situation, man. But you can see this, they have a few more things here, but these are the 17 goals that this devil has in mind, man. And they mentioned this at the World Economic Forum, but also at the United Nations meeting, man. And as I said, if you've been watching these videos, you've been seeing us mention these things, man, over and over again. But this is where we're heading, brothers and sisters. This is where we're heading, and all the nations are complying. Okay, the United States is complying to this agenda. And I have a video of Glenn Beck speaking about that, man. So go ahead and switch back to you, brother.
And that's how I should have. And it always happened like that. Nebuchadnezzar came down here at what? It said all nations, tongues, and people. He had to come get him to bow down to that image, that statue. Antiochus tried to do the same thing in Maccabees. Well, Esau about to do the same thing, man. Get all these other nations to get on one accord, and look, see who's going to be the leader of this digital system. But more so, everybody, got the same plan, the same goal. It's going to be a united thing, man. As it's saying Revelation 3, which will come upon all the world. But I'll read a little bit more. So going back to this, it says, and again, it's from the article, A Global Digital Compact, UN Promoting Censorship and Social Credit and much more. So it says the proposed clauses promote everything you would expect them to promote. Digital identities linked with financial access. Digital IDs linked with bank or mobile accounts or mobile money accounts can improve the delivery of social protection coverage and to serve better reach eligible beneficiaries. It says digital technology. Is it still it's good?
It's good, brother.
I feel like I had lag. It says digital technologies may help to reduce leakage, errors, and costs in the design of social protection programs, environmental or climate change based on social credit systems. It says sensors and monitors connected to the Internet of Things. So again, we know one of those monitors or sensors go be put in you, which go allow you ultimately connect. You got little stuff right now, like Apple got the goggles coming out, to bring in the metaverse to real life. Eventually, you will be connected. It says cloud-based data platforms, like Yuval Noah Harari. He always mentioned about the cloud. Everything will be stored in the cloud. That's the new angels, as he say. All your information will be put on the forefront to where they go be able to see it. Even your mind, your inner thoughts. It says blockchain-enabled tracking systems, digital product passports unlock new capabilities for the measurement and tracking of environmental and social impacts across value chains, man. So that's pretty much it. You got it out.
Yeah, I want to say to mention about that blockchain system, man. keep in mind that they mentioned at the World Economic Forum that digital currencies will be tied to the blockchain system so that they can track it, man, and be able to, pretty much see how you're living, to track everything that you're doing, man. This devil is at work, bro. He got these plans set in place for a reason, man. It's to trap you up. It's to get you to bow down to this system, man. To tie your life into this digital, cloud, so that if you get out of line, he can just shut you out and make you obey him. So you can keep your apartment or your house or, whatever job you have, to go buy groceries. This finna get serious, dog. And you see why the scripture said, "Time like no other." They finna come down hard, player. Just wait till this fucking cyber attack come about. They gonna shut this bitch down.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother.
That's when Second Ezra 15 go kicking. That's why I can't wait to play this vid. I know brothers, Aqua, I'm sure y'all seen it, but it's gonna get busy, man. Once all this happen, man, look, people gonna have a problem. They life will get hard, and the scriptures gonna come to life. Second Ezra 15 and many other places, man.
Come.
But I'll play this real quick. Now, this from a site. It is like a couple seconds, a minute. It says the IMF is working on global central banking digital currency platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll read a little bit and I'll play that vid. And I'll go back to the Quack brothers and we could just, build from there. I can, It says the apparent advent of CBDCs in various countries around the world might be the once in a lifetime chance for the IMF to move from influencing individuals' lives and sometimes all but financially controlling their governments and economies to doing it much more directly. In other words, the CBDCs are the one bandwagon that nobody should have expected the IMF to miss jumping on. And as the news now shows, the organizations is working on a global platform. See, it's all got to be connected.
Right.
Like we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, they talked about a unicorn. Uni is one. Coin is money, that global system. It says, and also what it is, Project Icebreaker.
Right, yeah.
Icebreaker and what was that? Project Icebreaker, cross-border payments. So if you in China, it's gonna be able to work perfectly. If you go to Australia, whatever, everything will be on the same thing. No fees, not that much time you gotta waste when you get over there for your money to be transferred. Project Icebreaker. So again, it says a global platform. It says to help boost the agenda of centralized, centrally controlled digital money that's severely criticized by privacy, security, and civil rights group. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play what she say. This is the IMF managing director, Kristalina Georgieva. All right, I'm gonna play it. It's quick.
That if we are to be successful, CBDCs could not be fragmented national propositions. To have transactions more efficient and fairer, we need systems that connect countries. In other words, we need interoperability. And for this reason, at the IMF, we are working hard on the concept of a global CBDC platform to trade and to manage risks. And my colleague, Tobias Adrian, will talk more about it later.
You see, so they said in order to be successful, this got to be set up, man. So all rules point to the same thing. Now I go back to the Quack brothers. Like if you ain't got none, I see a brother got a precept. You said something like you was on mute.
No, I ain't saying nothing, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, Con.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Oh, it's echo, brother.
Okay, let me put it back on mute. You got it.
No, I just want to say, man, if any brother out there were wondering, bro, my YouTube page down for a week. I won't be able to upload my video for a week, man, just in case anybody was trying to see what was going on. It's down, man. But it's cool. I ain't tripping about it. Esau gonna do what they're gonna do. Yeah, but it's down for a week though. Just wanted to say there, brother.
So I'll go back. We'll play a couple more excerpts from this video right here, and I, add on whenever and whatever you got. Again, what they about to go into is these cyber attacks. It's going to lead to, because the point is, how is it going to lead? That's what they about to go into. And again, Esau needed an excuse, just like 9/11. That was an excuse to bring forth more security with the the Patriot Act. The CV. They got a lot of legislation passed, so on and so forth. Well, this is going to be what's going to take us into the next step of prophecy, man. To get that Revelation 13 kicked off. Now, in order to do that, in order to change the whole system, one, you need the system to go down first in order to bring in a digital system. So now the excuse is, and you know what? I was on a jog the other day and I was laughing to myself because you'd be looking up, trying to see chariots. But I was on a jog and I was like, man, what if Esau? Because he been having chariots in the news talking about he got 12 UFOs in the garage somewhere in Vegas.
That nigga, shut up. Nigga.
Esau had him here, show him, right? Because Esau, he a hunter, and what a hunter do, they like to show their prized possession. So if you really caught it, come on, man, you'll show that. You quick to hold up the deer horns, or the antlers. You'll show that. So come on, man. But anyway, so what they going to? What I was thinking about. What if the lights go out and Esau do the Project Blue Beam and had the chariots and people get scared, want to be in the house, right? So look, they gonna be asking for protection, and I'm just extrapolating, in the spirit, but nevertheless, man, these things are coming. The lights will go out, systems go mess up, right? So I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
Hey, I'll turn the audio on for it.
Okay, come. I'll read this real quick. Psalm 64:2, it says, hide me, and you can add on whenever, bro. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yeah, and I had that precept on deck from when I had him pull my little.
Okay, you want me to hold it then?
No, it's cool, brother. Go ahead, read it, brother. Since Spirit want to come out, go ahead.
It says, verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even with bitter words. Yeah, you can speak on it, bro.
Yeah. This is basically going into Esau's speech, man. This devil, he always on the news talking wild, man. Especially at his his summits and his meetings. Okay, he boasts of his heart's desires. He talks about what the world needs to do and how they need to comply to his way, and so on and so forth, man. That's the devil for you. Esau talks like he owns the world. And indeed, as of right now, he's the king of the earth right now. But his time is coming to where he's going to fall, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. It says they encourage themselves in the evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily, and they say, who shall see them?
Yes, sir. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Okay. This 2030 agenda is an evil matter. This digital currency, this social credit score, 15-minute cities, all this BS, man, are evil matters. Okay. And it says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? As if we can't see what they're doing, okay? But we see you devils, man. Now, the vast majority of the people, they don't see you working. They can, spot out something, but they don't truly know what's going on because they don't know the scriptures. We see you devils working, man. All through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And we're telling you what you're going to do before you do it anyway, nigga.
Right.
So you can't be in secret anymore. The spirit is revealing, man. Go ahead, brother.
He got his own people telling on him, as prophecy say. You know, they break away from these so-called meetings, and it's too much for them.
Right.
You know, they break away and they got to talk about it. They got to tell. Which some of them may be Israelites. Who knows? You know, but they got to break away and do a video on it, and then the brother will see it, throw it in the chat, do responses.
Yes, sir.
You know, but that's how it go. But these things are being brought forth. What Esau got planned here in the latter days, and now even you got these preppers talking about it. People know what's up. Like, again, this man, I love this video right here. I was getting pumped up listening to it because we need this to happen, man.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Bro.
Yeah, just I'll take that a script down there, brother.
Okay, come on. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You want to finish on this, or you just want to hop straight into this video?
Yeah, we can go into the video. Go ahead to the video, bro.
Yeah, I just throw this in the chat because we pretty much, said what I was gonna say anyway. Like cyber attacks again, it's gonna lead to a lights out situation, and when they come back on, it's gonna be this new system. But he gonna pretty much break it down anyway. Let's see.
Okay. And and at the moment, bro, ain't no echo, bro. That's what I was talking about last time. I don't know what it is, but there's no echo right now.
Okay, come.
It's cool, yeah. It's cool.
What's up? Well, yeah, shit. Let me know if you got something, bro. I'm about to play it.
Dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. Put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in a big, 10,000 page bill where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits. So people are asking me what's going on with the U.S. dollar. I'm sure most of you are aware by now. If you're not, go ahead and let you in on it. The dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. We will put in what's called a CBDC, which is a programmable digital currency. They've been working on that for several years. Another name for it is Biden bucks, some people are calling it. So cash is going away. And if you've not been made aware up till now, if you've not seen any news reports, because the media is mainly blacking this out, so you don't really know what's going on. But all the leaders around the world are telling everyone to dump the dollar, and their citizens are following suit. So what that's going to do is just destroy the value of our currency. It will go to basically zero, just like Venezuela. If you want to see what's going to happen here, look at what happened to Venezuela when its dollar collapsed or its currency collapsed. That's exactly what's coming here. So everyone needs to be aware of this. They also, in another component, put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in a big, 10,000 page bill where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits, and there's no guarantee or even law that says they have to give it back. So this is already happening in other countries around the world. Banks are being burnt to the ground, and the media has a complete blackout on it. So that's how it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you to be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll.
And check this out. Now, again, I'm gonna say this too. Now he about to give, dates and times and, months. Now, just because he's saying it don't mean it's going to be right on a specific. This could just be, him throwing out a time. Now, the Lord can have it that it is the exact time he's saying, or it could be before, or it could be after. Who knows? But what he's saying is according to prophecy is the point, and these things will happen. And for him to be bringing it out, that's why I was getting excited out because, he's saying it's close like that, But again, so just check out what he's saying. It's kind of like a process of things that's going to take place when it go digital and everything pretty much, shit hit the fan. But check it out.
Roll out. So that's how it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you to be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system somewhere.
You said something out?
Yeah, I want to say, and I'm sure that you brothers and sisters should know all about FedNow. As many videos we did on FedNow, brothers and sisters should be very acquainted, with the FedNow, man. We show hella videos, went into information. If you missed the videos, go back and search it, man. The information is out there, bro, of what they're going to do and pretty much of what FedNow is, okay? It's a stepping stone to set up these CBDCs, man, which will lead to that CHIP, okay? They already said it, bro. These systems being put in place for a reason, brothers. They're getting ready, but Esau not messing around. He not playing. You think he playing?
Right, you run around all day playing.
You think he playing? So crazy told Smoking. Ain't nobody playing with you.
You say you had a seat here when you seen him, right?
Right, you say. Go ahead, brother.
God, man, I forgot. Yeah, the Quack brother said something else you just said, but it's all good. I'm gonna play it.
Or to PayPal or something like that. So from now in July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system.
Oh yeah. That's it. So the Quack brothers. There was another excerpt I wanted to play. We ain't got to play it, but that was their point. They was like, so you telling me that it's talking about cyber attacks the same time they about to roll out the FedNow? You see? So again, what he about to explain too, they need to crash so the system could be in place first. Man, it's gonna be perfect. But
now that is basically a payment processing system somewhere. Here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar. And then they'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're going to need to have 3 months of food.
Just want to say a few words about the stores having 3 days worth of food. That's a lie. I used to work for a grocery company. I used to work at a grocery warehouse. And when Hurricane Harvey happened here in Houston a couple of years ago, it did not take 3 days to empty HEB, to empty Walmart and Costco's and Kroger's and Trader Joe's. That shit took a couple of hours.
Right.
It took a couple of hours and the stores was fucking empty, man. That 3-day BS is out the window, okay? A couple of hours you will have to get food, man. I went to the stores, bro. And it had got so bad to where they started to let us take certain items out of the warehouse, man. Because we worked so much, we couldn't even, go to the store, man. So we had to get our food out the warehouse out.
Yeah.
They had little lines set up. They had little register set up so we was able to go and get certain stuff. They gave us certain stuff free. But certain stuff we had bought, it got real, man.
They had y'all like Joseph in Egypt, huh?
Yeah. In line. Yeah, man. There ain't no 3 day worth of food, brothers and sisters. I'm sorry. This shit gonna clap, bro. Do you know how crazy these people want to get? Do you know how violent, how crazy they're gonna get, bro? When all hell break loose, truly. Police won't stop this, bro. There'll be no fucking cops to stop this, bro.
Mm-mm.
They can't be everywhere at one time, man. As you see certain videos of these young jakes, running inside of stores, just grabbing shit, bro. Cops nowhere to be seen. Like the other day, them jakes ran into that McDonald's.
Right.
And snatched the damn register, jumping back there, pulling down stuff. Cops can't be everywhere, bro. It's gonna get bloody and nasty quick, okay? Secondary to 15 gonna pop off real fast. You watch and see. It's gonna get real fast, dog. Go ahead, brother Salaki.
I was about to read it real quick and just play the vid some more. You got it, bro. Real quick, this second Ezra 15, and I'll start at verse 14 straight to the point. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men," uprisings, man, rebellions, right, revolts, and again, it ain't just gonna be the people against the people no more, man. What is? I'm gonna let the verse speak. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So it ain't just gonna be people against people, right? Right wing against left wing, and Democrats, and the Proud Boys. You know, Esau might pay some of these Israelite camps to get up in there on the scene. You know, but nevertheless, these people go start to revolt and come against the government, man. The government that's set up. And again, as the brother was saying, the cops ain't gonna be able to be on every place at all times. Matter of fact, the cops gonna be trying to save their life, their family lives, so they gonna be able to come try to help you. Look, 911, when you call that now, it goes straight to automated voice anyway. So press 1, you gotta wait to press number 7. You waited 5 minutes already. The person you trying to call on already did what he had to do for you to press #0 to repeat it because you ain't really here.
Yes,
So, yeah, man. So it's all being set up. That's why I say right here, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings. That's a presidents, right? Vice presidents, the government, nor princes. It says, and the course of their actions, the people actions, it says, shall stand in their power. Ain't gonna be no cops to stop this. It's gonna be what we see on The Purge, right? The end times movies, Book of Eli, The Road, so on and so forth. This what it's coming to, man. Eventually, now of course it's gonna be stages. You know, it's gonna happen overnight. Once July, you know, hit and fair now, the world gonna change the next day. You know, it's gonna be stages to it, man. But yeah, you got it, Doc. If you ain't got nothing. Oh, matter of fact, I got a little more. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's the 15-minute cities this brother always talk about. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. It says, and a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Come on, it ain't just gonna be a movie no more. You gonna be in the movie, real life. This is about to take place, man. But you got it, bro.
Yeah, I just want. Oh shit! Echo.
Okay, calm. Let's see. And I do want to play a little bit more of that vid if you don't mind.
Yeah, bro. No, I just want to say, man, that part where it says about the lack of bread and the great tribulation, that's going to drive the people to do the unthinkable, man. Things that you know that seem strange or just outrageous, people are going to take it there because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. When people get hungry, people get desperate, man, and they lose it. People have children, right? You got people with elderly parents. People want to have access to medicines. Okay, it's going to be real, man. And this is why we want to need the Lord to protect us in that time. This is why taking this truth is this, this is a serious matter, man. Praying, all right, working on yourself. It's going to all pay out in the end, Lord willing, okay, for when this thing go down, man. But we are preparing ourselves already. The world's going to get caught off guard by this thing, man.
That's right.
And they're going to act out and do things that are unthinkable, man. Cannibalism coming back. Hallelujah. How I always spoke about the love of men and waxing cold. You seeing crazy crimes taking place on the earth, man. Especially here in Houston, Texas. There's some crazy shit every day here in Houston, man. But especially when this thing truly go down, you're going to see people out here, man, wide the hell open, man. Go ahead, brother.
Can I just play a couple more seconds, bro, when you got it out?
But they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty with a processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar and then they'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're going to need to have 3 months of food, water, necessary supplies, because stores will empty out very quickly. Think back to when the COVID scam was going on and how fast people rushed and emptied out stores. Okay, well, now just imagine money getting cut off. You have no access. The banks are closed. They will not reopen during this. There's no ATMs that will work. You're just out of cash. There'll be looting. There'll be rioting. It's going to be crazy for a little bit. And they need that. They need that chaos going on so they can force you into the digital dollar system. Okay. The programmable digital currency. Now, that's horrible for a lot of reasons. One, they can tell you where you can spend your money, when you can spend it, how much you can spend. They can penalize and take money straight out of your bank account if they don't like what you're saying or doing on social media, or if they tell you to do something like take more shots and you refuse. So if they want to give you more shots and you refuse, they can just shut off your money. Just turn it off like a light switch. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you guys have no clue. Well, a lot of people, let me say that. A lot of people have no clue what.
But yeah, you got it, bro. I threw it in the chat for, from the check out. But you got it, though, bro. Because I know we had other news,
Gone. Yeah, just
flip it to your page. You got it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
A quick precept, Matthew 24, real quick, and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Gone. Yes, sir. And that's where we at right now, man. These people are cold-hearted, man, and they're doing the unthinkable. I saw a news clip today where, so-called black woman left her 16-month-old child in the house, and she went on vacation for 8 days.
Oh, man.
And the baby died, man. I'm like, what, bro, what is wrong with you? You left the baby in the house on purpose. That is some sick stuff, man. But this is where we're at. People just don't, care, man. They're all wrapped up in their own lives, and it's BS, man. But I just wanted to touch back on that, cyber attack thing. Mr. Klaus Schwab, all right, Mr. Baldhead nigga. This is a video that he did back in July 8, 2020. And listen what he has to say about a potential cyber attack. All right. This is the head of the World Economic Forum, man. All right. The founder. Listen to this nigga, man. In the midst of COVID. Okay. This is in the midst of Salakia, brother. In the midst of the C19. This is what this guy had to say. His English is kind of broken a little bit, so just please listen in closely. But he's going to, tell you pretty much the outcome of what will happen when a cyber attack goes down.
No, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
Right, for a potential cyber pandemic. There is no potential, okay? These devils are going to do that, all right? And they keep mentioning it. But he mentioned how it will be frightening and pretty much all, energy, transportation, hospitals, communication, it will all go down, man. We all use cell phones. We all using the internet, man. If a cyber attack happened, that shit gonna go away instantly, okay? There will be no communication going on. It's gonna be a bunch of confusion going on, man. And that's gonna cause the people to panic, bro. Now, play the next video here. This is from 2023, back in January, when they had their World Economic Forum. Now, as you see here, this is a video put up by Money Control. It says Davos 2023, a catastrophic event, why we must invest in cybersecurity. And I want you to listen closely to what this guy's going to say here concerning cyber attacks, all right?
We're in conversation with Akshay Joshi, who leads everything cybersecurity for the World Economic Forum. Thank you very much for talking to Money Control. Akshay, I want to start by asking you, what is the single most biggest threat that nations face today when it comes to cyber attacks?
Look, we're in a period of unprecedented geopolitical instability. We recently came out with a report where 93% of cyber executives and 86% of business executives have said that they expect a catastrophic cyber event over the next 2 years. Now
they expect a catastrophic cyber attack event within the next 2 years. That's 2025. That's right around the presidency election, right?
Right.
And all this other stuff. They're telling you, man, listen to Esau, bro. Now, he's not an Edomite, okay, but he's under the influence of Esau. He's the head of cybersecurity. Look, man, this nigga worked for Klaus Schwab now.
They just haven't expected.
Yeah. This nigga, he know what he's talking about, okay? They're expecting a cyber attack. You heard Mr. Klaus Schwab say it. It's going to be frightening, as he said, frightening. All right? This is real, man. This shit is coming down the pipe, and you're seeing small examples of this happening, man. This is a video here from CBS Evening News, okay? And the Kwok brothers somewhat mentioned this, all right? But you see it says, major cyber attacks hit governments, agencies, institutions worldwide. They're already doing this, man. But they're doing it on small levels here and there, okay? But wait till they hit, and it's hitting all across the world, and everything just shut down, man. It's gonna get real, okay? But I'll play, just a minute of this here, and I'll, move on to some scriptures, man, because this devil, he's at work, all right?
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. We begin tonight with a significant cyber attack taking place across the nation and around the world. Federal agencies, state governments, and major universities have been hit with a campaign of data theft and ransomware. CBS News has confirmed that the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency is providing support to agencies that have been targeted. Johns Hopkins University and its health system says the data breach may have impacted sensitive personal and financial information, including contact information and health billing records. Now,
right. And when people personal, information, gets stolen, they panic, man. Their banking information, their home address, their phone number. When that information gets stolen, people started to panic, man, and they want security. They want, protection. And they're going to cry to the government, cry to Esau. Esau crying to Esau, but they're going to want protection, man. And you better know Esau going to have an answer. He's going to have a solution. Look, just get into this digital system. You should be fine. But I'll put a little bit more here, and I'll move on to some scriptures, man.
There's no confirmation about what group or country is behind the intrusions, but U.S. intelligence believes a criminal organization operating inside Russia is responsible.
Yeah, criminal organization, my ass, nigga. You know who doing this. You doing it. You doing it, man. You're causing this BS. But you're throwing people off saying, oh, it's some criminal organization in Russia. It's China doing it. Nigga, please, you doing this shit, man. To try and so-called fulfill your prophecies of what you've been saying at the World Economic Forum and the UN meetings and, the fucking G7 summits. You're doing this, nigga, because you have a goal in mind. You have a agenda in mind, okay? And you want to fulfill that, man. And what your scriptures goes into you wanting to fulfill your plans. Now, I want to get this scripture here real quick. This is Psalms chapter 140. This is the, I wanted to get it in the NLT version of the Bible, man. Because this devil is at work, okay? It says, Psalms chapter 140, starting in verse 1, it says, "O Yahweh, rescue me from evil people. Protect me from those who are violent, those who plot evil in their hearts and stir up trouble all day long." This is Esau, man. He's plotting evil, okay, in his mind. This is why you're hearing about these 15-minute cities, digital currencies, this climate BS, these 17 goals, and so on and so forth, man. Digital IDs. He's getting the world prepared for this new digital fourth industrial revolution, man. It says their tongues sting like a snake. The venom of a viper drips from their lips. It says, oh, Yahweh, keep me out of the hands of the wicked, meaning his power, okay? It says, protect me from those who are violent, for they are plotting against me. The proud have set a trap to catch me. They have stretched out a net. They have placed traps all along the way. Esau got traps, man, all along the way to catch the people. He's doing this on purpose, but he putting the blame on Russia, China, India, just anybody but him. Okay, this good Christian white man, he can't do no wrong. He's there to help the world. He's there to protect everything and to keep everybody safe. Nigga, please. You're doing this, man, because you have a goal in mind. Okay, next scripture here real quick. Psalm 64, you know, the brother's going into it, but I'll read it here in NLT. It says, oh, Yahweh, listen to my complaint. Protect my life from mine enemies' threats. Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers. And that's the World Economic Forum, man. That's the elites. That's that evil mob. And I read this scripture almost every week, man. This gang of wrongdoers, right? It says they sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking suddenly and fearlessly. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret, right behind the scenes, man. Where they talk, you know, behind closed doors. Now, at the World Economic Forum, we all can see what they tell us, man. But you better believe they're talking about more things behind the scene, man. But we know what they're talking about behind the scene by what he's pushing in the earth. That's how we know what he's talking about in secret, man. It says, who will ever notice, they ask, as they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. Right. In their minds, this fourth industrial revolution is the perfect plan. This digital system is the perfect plan. Right. You hear old boy or Yuval, what's the nigga name out? Yuval Harari.
Yuval Noah Harari.
Yeah, that nigga, man. Listen how you talk about AI and these smart computers, man. To him, that's a perfect plan to get you people trapped up, man. It says, yes, the human heart and mind are cunning. So this nigga is at work, man. Okay, but the Most High, he's going to stop this nigga, man. Real quick, this is Psalms 2:1. In the NLT, it says, why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? Right, Esau? Your plan is futile, man. You're doing all this for nothing, okay? Now, you are doing it, you know, so for prophecy's sake, but in your mind, this is going to set you up for eternity. But it's not, nigga. This is going to be your downfall, man. Next scripture here. This is Job 20, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Meaning what? When he got his fourth industrial revolution in play, he had the people see him, you know, the 15-minute cities, digital IDs, so on and so forth. When all these things come to pass, scripture says he's going to be in straits, in a place of difficulty, okay? And why? It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now, let's get some understanding, man, because this wicked here just ain't talking about Esau, okay? It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, all right, meaning these elites, okay, Esau. This is the Hebrew word for the wicked, man. It says, Imal, okay, Imal. And it says here, laborer, sufferer, wretched one, laborer, workman, sufferer. So this talking about Jake too, and these other heathen nations, man. It's going to be a damn riot, man, an uproar, okay, civil unrest. Brother read in the second, what was it, Second Ezra 15? He read about it, man. These people are going to riot, man, and go crazy. And this devil, he's gonna be in straits, man. All right, he gonna know what to do. So finishing out this verse 23 says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. So the Lord gonna destroy this man with fire. Our Lord Yahweh shall coming back. Okay, excuse me. And plus those nuclear missiles. Esau gonna be destroyed, man. In the midst of his pride. It says,
I got a quick one for y'all.
Come on, brother, go ahead.
Real quick, because you say Yahweh Shai coming back, and you know he gonna be a part of ending all their plans, man. Mm-hmm. You know, he gonna put that NWO, that great, you know, reset to an end. Real quick, and you got it, bro. 2nd Ezra 13 and 37. It says, and this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. That's the brother going into. You know, that Psalms 2, the heathens raging, you know, with these wild plans. Right, what they talking about in these secret meetings, the MOTB putting them in each person on earth, cameras everywhere, chips in people's brains. Right, it says, and this my son, which is Yahweh Shai, when he come back, it says, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, man. And he shall lay before them their evil thoughts, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. But the point is, Yahweh Shai, he coming also, as the brother just said, he gonna take part in putting to rest all Esau plans and these other nations' plans, man. But you got it, bro.
Right, he's gonna be the end all be all to Esau's plans. He gonna stomp this nigga out, man. Isaiah 63, Revelation 13. Excuse me, Revelation 19. Okay, Isaiah 34. Isaiah 13, this man going down. Jeremiah 50, 51, okay? But back in the scripture here, in Job, it says, verse 24, it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. What is that talking about, man? ICBM missiles. That's that bow of steel that's going to destroy this man's kingdom. It says, it is drawn and coming out of the body, meaning what? It's coming out of those silos, man. That's holding that bow of steel. It says it is drawn and coming out of the body, yea, the glittering sword coming out of his gall, terrors are upon him. So the Most High get ready to judge you devils, man, and to put an end to all your plans, nigga. Simple and plain. Okay, and brothers and sisters can go check out this video here from Lena, okay, which speaks about the surge in food prices, all right, and the droughts going on in the earth, as you see it here. You know, check that out. But I want to move on here to this climate video, man, and I'll pretty much close up with this video and this one here from Glenn Beck. Okay, but I'm going to play this here from Fox News about the climate crackdowns over in the UK right now. It says London's mayor's climate crackdowns are about controlling our lives, says Nigel Farage. So let me play this video here, and I'll say a few words on it.
Could climate lockdowns be on the horizon? According to Nigel Farage, the answer is yes.
His warning comes after the London mayor told Brits to stop driving, burning wood, and more because of, you guessed it, pollution. The man himself, Nigel Farage, joins us right now. Nigel, good to see you. So tell us what's going on in London. How crazy is it getting? They're trying to stop you from driving, burning wood?
So here's the background. The background, of course, is all about climate change and pollution added onto that. Over the course of the last few years, Mayor Sadiq Khan of London has made most of central London 20-mile-per-hour speed limits. I'm not joking. It's 20 mph, even on dual roads in most of London. Speed cameras are being installed every single day of the week, and even at 2 o'clock in the morning. If you're doing 23 miles per hour, you will get flashed, you will get penalty points and a fine. Then they introduce low traffic neighborhoods, which means they literally block off some roads and make them pedestrian. All of which means the traffic gets worse, congestion gets worse, and hey, guess what? Pollution goes up. But that doesn't stop them. Then they've got the concept here of what's called a 15-minute city. That if you drive more than 15 minutes from your home, you'll have to start paying tolls and charges to do so. So all of this.
Right. And you brothers and sisters should be well acquainted with 15-minute cities. We've been doing hella videos on it, brought out hella information. Okay. But as I showed you here in this a UN, a website, the 17 goals, it mentioned about a sustainable cities here in 11. It says sustainable cities and communities. That goes into the 15-minute cities, man. And how basically, they want everybody to only travel 15-minute cities. 15 minutes, length, so-called, to speak. Actually, just go so far as long as it's 15 minutes. If it's over 15 minutes, then you have traveled too far. This is what they want on the earth, man. And they're establishing these things all across the world. Okay. And you had a couple of months ago where the mayor of Cleveland, I think it was, he said that he wants to be the first city in America to establish a 15-minute city.
Right.
Inside of Cleveland, Ohio. So this is a real thing, man. Okay, but I'm going to let him finish it out here.
This has been going on, as by the way they build cycle lanes. They turn dual roads into one-lane roads with a cycle lane on the side, which for 20 hours a day is used by virtually nobody. And then this Tuesday, Mayor Khan says, the air quality in London today is going to be poor. And that's because summer has finally arrived on our little island. All right? So he says, please don't use your car unless it's absolutely necessary. Do not let your car idle. Do not burn wood, and so on and so forth. Now, if I'd said to you 4 years ago that we'd be locked down because of a flu-like virus that had come from China, you would not, on this program, have believed me. And I'm telling you here and now that in the name of climate change, in the name of pollution, we will, certainly in London, within the next few years, have a period when the mayor says, you must not use your car at all, and air quality is so bad, you must stay at home. But if you do have to go to work, please use the subway. And by the way, the air quality on the subway is so bad, some days it's dangerous. This isn't about pollution. It isn't about climate change. It's about controlling our lives. We're becoming like China. And don't think it won't come to you, because it will.
It's the same panic peddling and the same hysteria hustling that they used to frighten people into silence and compliance during COVID. Fear equals control, and control equals power. And nobody should buy it, Nigel. No one. Because it's about China.
The way fear was used during the lockdown was extraordinary. Millions of our elderly people shut themselves in their homes, shut themselves off from their kids, their grandkids, from their neighbors, their friends, because government advertisements were telling them, if you leave your front door, you might die. They did it with COVID, and they'll do it with climate, and they'll do it with pollution. And the worrying thing about this is how few so-called conservative politicians and commentators are prepared to stand up to it.
Yep.
Right. So that's all I'm going to put on this, man. But as you can see, the World Economic Forum agenda is in full play. Everything that they talked about is happening. And it's only a matter of time for this thing goes down, man. I wanted to play the last thing here. I'm going to close out. This is a video from Glenn Beck. And in this video, he speaks about what he experienced when he went to Europe on vacation, I think maybe 3 days ago, 2 days ago. I'm not sure how long ago it's been, but he's going to just give, a quick take on what's going on in the UK. And I advise you, brothers and sisters, man, to watch this video, because he just speaks about his experience over there. But I just want to get this key point here. Here we go.
White House has just approved and supports the new proposal, as do all of the key players in the UN. They are already acting as if this is a done deal, but the United Nations has released now, and everyone seems to be on board, and it's coming at us like a freight train. Our common agenda. Our common agenda. Now, can I ask, Ed, have you voted for anybody at the UN? Because I have never voted for anybody at the UN. They've never called me up and said, hey, we're the UN. We're doing a survey. We're coming up with a common agenda. What do you think? What should be on our agenda?
You can get Speechelo for a ridiculously low one-time fee and no monthly recurrence. Outsourcing the creation of...
Because I think in America, they might have found, a lot of them would have said, to get rid of the United Nations. But their common agenda is an expansion, and a major expansion, of Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. Its foundation is essentially the Great Reset, but with several massive additions, including a plan to give the United Nations sweeping emergency powers. This is the Great Reset on steroids. I love the emergency powers. The emergency platform would give the United Nations the ability to actively promote and drive an international response that places the principles of equity and solidarity at the center of its work. The UN, along with its stakeholders of the world, including academics, governments, private sector actors, meaning global corporations, and international finance institutions, will be there to ensure that there is a unified global response to whatever that crisis might be. Now it's weird because I went to the...
Right, so that's all I want to play on that, man. But as you can see, Esau is at work. He keep passing all these policies and legislations, man, to make sure that what he has planned in the earth, he wants to come to pass, you know? And that's all I'm, I'll play on that, Doc. You got anything, brother?
No, that's pretty much. But even when you look at the timing of it, they're talking about lights going out when the summer just really beginning.
Right. Whoo.
Lack of air conditioner, which Americans used to. And then even when you hot at home, what you use to pass time, TV, games, news, social media, your phone. Man, if all that go out, then what? So again, we're in those times. Everything is coming at its perfect timing, man. But that's pretty much it. You can take us out.
Come on, yeah, man. So with that, we pray you brothers and sisters out there. It was edified through the spirit, bro. A lot of information came out tonight, but since the spirit wanted to come out, it's a lot going on, man. Like we're in the time to where things are just happening back to back to back, and it's truly hard to keep up with all these things, man. Okay, this is just half of the information of what's going on in the earth, bro. Like it's so much more going on to where brother got to do separate lessons, man.
Right.
Okay.
Part twos.
Yeah, you got. There's a lot going on, man. Hey, you're gonna get to a point where brother gonna have to start doing 2 days, man.
Yeah.
Brother have to start doing 2 days, man. There's so much going on, but we only can cover as much as we can, man. But I pray that this was edifying to the spirit. We're gonna close out by giving our praise and glory once again unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Abundance to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Keep fighting, keep pushing, you brothers and sisters out there. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.